can start. Okay. Cool is the enemy and I'm trying to preserve. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Know Your Guild series with yours truly, Ashleigh Onfroy, UWI Mona Guild Librarian. And today we have here with us two other esteemed, exceptional, amazing, emphasis on amazing councillors, and we're going to get to know about them a little bit better. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, starting with the gentleman.
Alright, so my name is Danielle Watkis and I'm the Guild Publications Committee Chairperson.
Alright.
Hi, my name is Shajunee Gumbs and I'm the Leslie Robinson Hall Chairperson.
Okay, great. So for those of you who don't know what a hall chairperson does or what a PCC does, aka this man right here, you see all the nice clean graphic them, it's from him. So I want you guys to tell us a little bit, very briefly, about what your positions entail. And I'm going to start with you, Danielle, and then you, Shajunee.
Alright, so essentially I'm a graphic designer and I think everyone knows what a graphic designer does. So basically I'm in charge of all the graphics that pass through, you know, the Guild Council and goes out to the wider community so everyone can view it, you know. So yeah,
so
graphics all day.
Yeah,
day.
all the publications,
Yeah.
anything will look nice and clean.
Anything
and you
will look
also
nice and clean.
We got him.
And he also has a committee of other graphic
Yes.
designers on campus. So the head publications person for the guild. And what about you, Shajunee? What's it like being a hall chairwoman?
So basically the hall chairperson is the one who, you know, is on the guild. We sit on the guild and we take information that's given to the guild once it's appropriate and take it back to the hall. So we're that person who takes back information to the hall, along with I sit on all the committees for my hall, where we then do activities for the hall. Along with, you know, we have monthly reports, so every activity that is done on the hall, we then have to document it and send it to the guild, so it's, you know.
Okay, cool. So you heard it here from Shajunee what it's like to be the hall chairperson for the great Leslie Robinson Hall. Even though my hall is, you know, Georgia Lane, big up on itself. Right, so I want you guys to tell me, what is one thing that you wish you knew before coming to the University of the West Indies, Mona? And like how you're smiling, Shajunee, I feel like you have enough things to say. So tell us, what did you wish you knew before coming here?
What I wish I knew. I mean, I guess the culture, like the different cultures on each hall. I wish I knew about how dynamic it was, along with, you know, just how everything would be. Because, you know, you get accepted to university, you think everything is going to be fine and dandy, then you reach and it's just like, wow.
Stress.
You know? Stress.
The ghetto!
Wait, and I think that's kind of interesting too, because something that you may or may not have known about the Guild Council is that they're comprised of university students from the Mona campus, regardless of if they're national citizens of Jamaica or not. And Shajunee, of course, is not a Jamaican national. Where are you from? Let the people them know where you come from.
So I am from the wonderful island, Twin Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. However, I was born in St. Kitts.
All right, nice. So when you're talking about the culture and the differences,
Yes.
that came into play.
So that's what I meant when I said I come with the culture. So I find like everyone here would have known each other, been so acquainted already, and then you come, no one knows you, and then it's just like, wow, how do I fit in with these people?
But girl, you fit in nice, and as you say, in a red shirt, and you know, you're depending on all these things. We love that for you, sis. So, you know, I feel like, you see, Danielle is a special guy, and I'm a volley for story, you know, but I want to know, what is one thing you wish you knew before coming to UWI?
The town life when I whole, because I'm a country guy, so I'm from St. Anne originally. So, you know, St. Anne really simple. Go to school, come back home. You know, look to your left, see a couple bush, look to your right, see a couple bush. You know, so nothing really. So but when you come to Kingston, you want a space where, you know, it's a lot of persons. You have to know what you do, when you do it, how you do it. And I think if I knew that sooner, you know, I think I'll be on a higher level, you know, because I'm in third year now, and I've acquired not a lot, you know, like a lot from year 1 to year 3. I've got a lot of knowledge as it relates to being street smart in Kingston. So I'm like, yo, what do you mean they come up here already knowing that, you know? Like, I'll be open to much more knowledge. But it's a learning process, so day by day, isn't it?
Love that. So see, since we're talking about learning, You know what? Met that stay. Met that stay.
Certain things are for low.
Since we're talking about learning, since being on the Guild Council, you know, people tend to think, oh, it's just about putting on a red shirt, looking nice, taking a couple pictures, but them not there when we are ball at night time and we're stressed out and
No
so.
sleep.
Right, no sleep, right? So I want to know from you guys, since being on the Guild Council, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned? And this, you know, it might take some introspection. So, you know, since being here and interacting with other councillors, interacting with the administration, yes, we do that. Being here on campus, what is something that you would have learned that's a major lesson that you want to take with you elsewhere? And I won't pick on anyone, but just go, you know, volunteer.
I nominate you, by the way.
All right, so I can say this might be a common one everybody know, but procrastination. Yeah, because procrastination, it gets the impact that it has. It gets more and more each level in your life, and you know you might do a small procrastination over this and say, alright, it's fine. But when you're in a space where you're serving the students, you know, you can't procrastinate on your end, because one simple procrastination can just impact everyone on a whole. For example, you have the guild president, right? If she procrastinates, who knows what might happen, you know. If I procrastinate,
I can tell you what might happen.
Yeah, if I procrastinate to send out a graphic, no one will be informed. You know, so
That's
stuff
true.
like that, you have to keep on top of your game. Procrastination is a no-no.
True, true.
So I want to piggyback off of that and also add communication.
Yeah,
Where
definitely,
it's a case
definitely.
where you can't procrastinate, and as soon as you get the information, I learned to just disseminate it, or even try to find a solution as quick as possible. So you find like being on a hall, anything could happen. And so I find that, you know, as I get information, I try to just disseminate it or try to find a solution so it doesn't go over, because piggyback off in procrastinating is like, if you procrastinate, you know, this could truly impact someone's life.
Facts.
Especially because I'm on the Leslie Robinson Hall and majority is regional students. Like my hall is filled with regional students, so we're looking at flights have to book. We're looking at the room have to be prepared when they come. So it's a case where in everything that I do, I try not to procrastinate, and as soon as I get information from admin or whoever, I try to just deal with it one time.
I love that. So major lessons. When you get the things to do them, don't procrastinate. And of course, don't each with the communicating. Make sure so when you get information, you share it. Very, very salient points. And you know, since we're here and we're getting to know the guild councillors, we're gonna get a little bit personal, right? A little bit into it. And I want you guys to be very honest, because a lot of the times people see us as guild councillors and they think, oh, they're so perfect, right? Which is not true, clearly. So I want to ask you guys, right? No, I'm not going to ask that question because I want to keep the research and it might kick me off the council. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
We'll ask that question, but I'm going to ask you guys right now to be very honest with us and tell us, what is one flaw in your leadership?
I'll start. Yeah, man. So, I've been a loner in a sense where I don't like doing group work per se or doing work with persons, and I realize I'm in charge of an entire committee, you know. So the flaw I have is that sometimes I tend to, you know, not have them being involved in the work I'm doing because I want it perfect. I want it to be, when they go in and say, yo, PCC create this, you know, with no help, of course. so, you know, I try my best to always do it myself, even though sometimes I can get the help and it's stressed upon me, but I'll be like, yo, when I want to get help and it go sideways, you know, so I just stress out myself and do it by myself.
Yeah, so
that's a flaw with me.
So the delegation is an issue for you,
Yeah,
and of course you take on whole heap of things by yourself, where sometimes you can't manage.
Well, yeah, because sometimes I can just disperse it to the committee and that one I say,
that's true. I love the honesty. Big bad PCC this, you know, love the honesty. And Shajunee, what about you? What is one flaw in your leadership?
I would say being laid back to some extent, because you know they have some leaders and they love to micromanage their team. They love to just be involved in every single thing. I am that leader that I truly trust my team, and if we say we're doing something, we're supposed to be doing that. And I'm like very open, and I'm saying if you need help, reach out to me. But sometimes I feel as though maybe I could reach out more and be like, okay, because sometimes, you know, people might be shy to say they need help. where you need to remind them and constantly be on them that, hey, if you're having any trouble at all, do not feel, the need to not reach out to me. Even if I communicate it in the initial stages, I feel like throughout everything, I need to just reinforce that I am here to help. Even though, that's your committee, if you need anything at all, I am right here and I'm willing. I always answer. No matter what time it is, you could call me and I answer, give you the best advice as possible, but I just feel like, just cut.
You could do a little bit more. You could just push
I
up.
could just put myself out there a bit more and be like,
I get you, sis. I get you. It's one of those things that sometimes we have to work with. Now, as you know, in the Know Your Guild series, we always have a little surprise activity that the councillors have absolutely no idea about. Like, none. So, why not look nervous?
I don't know.
Hey, them over here, them nervous, But we are going to go to the activity right after this quick break. Alright, so welcome back. And now we're heading straight into the surprise activity. And here on these nicely printed papers, as a matter of fact, huge shout out to the Mona Library, specifically Repru. So I saw, right, for allowing us to print today. So we have Shajunee and we have Danielle, and the surprise activity is that you guys are going to be reading, which is pretty easy because they're not going to read. We're a university student, we can't read. Right, of course I can read. You're also going to say what's on the paper as fast as you can because they are tongue twisters, right? So,
I'm naturally stomach still, so
all right, I am ready. So the first one that you're gonna read is the one about, such man when he did have such things to do. The one at the top of the page. So you're gonna read it. Why on the look so? All right, I want to get this, zoom up on everything. All right, so ready?
we're going first. We're doing it together?
We're
doing it together?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be embarrassed individually, that's fine. You can go ahead, Shajunee. No, I like that suggestion. You go first. So you're doing the top one. You're doing the top one. Ready? Ready?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers that Peter Piper picked?
Alright, what Danielle can't come on. Danielle, run it off, man. You got this. You got this.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers that Peter Piper picked?
Alright, so let's get to the thinking now. The thinking. So you have this round. Alright, Shajunee, we're gonna talk about the thinking. How the thinking one go. That's the third tongue twister. Where you think a thinker's right. You're sure? See them, I can't read. That's pretty sad for the librarian.
Let's see. I thought a thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I thought I thought. If the thought I thought had been the thought I thought, I wouldn't have thought so much.
Guys, impeccable reading. Danielle, your turn.
That's your one?
Yeah, man. Run it.
I thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I thought I thought. If the thought I thought had been the thought I thought, I wouldn't have thought so much.
And the final one that we're doing is we're doing it together, right? I will have to do it fast.
Which?
No, but I would not kindergarten reading. Like, we are run it, all right? And I'll join in too. Not a problem. Ready?
Which one?
We're Betty.
Okay.
And our butter. And I mean eating butter, guys. Eating butter.
Naughty.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. All right, ready? After 2, 1, 2. Betty butter, bit of butter, but she said this bit of butter is the bit of butter, mix with this butter might just make my bit of butter better. So Betty butter, bit of butter to make her bit of butter better. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of our surprise activity, and I want to give you guys the opportunity to say one final word to anybody watching. You can give a shout out, your final thoughts, and I'm going to start with you, Shajunee.
So I'd just like to big up the Leslie Robinson Hall, everyone out there. Thanks for choosing us. For those of you watching not yet at university, you still could look into halls, and we have a YouTube channel, Leslie Robinson Hall. Follow us.
It's the shameless plugging for me. And Danielle.
Alright, so I don't have much to say still, but big up Tila, that's where I'm from, Big up Soul Designs, you know, always, and everyone just always be creative, you know, even though we have a pandemic right now and, you know, kind of have a way mentally. Or just, you know, be creative, whether it be drawing, singing, dancing, just do something for just, you know, ease your mind. So yeah, that's me.
All right, guys, there you have it from our PCC and the hall chairperson for the Leslie Robinson Hall. You have yours truly, Ashleigh Onfroy, signing out, and ensure that you tune into our other Know Your Guild episodes coming up next.